Let me share my screen.
Deepak,
Yeah,
hi. I do have a few doubts.
yeah.
Like basically,
Tell
yeah,
me.
I did technically try doing my own sales order and all that, but I was getting error. I can
Show
just
me that
share it.
error.
Yeah,
Yeah, show me.
one second.
Yeah. Share your screen and source.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, and
just
that customer I was able to extend to our company code as well. Okay, so that customer is working now. I
okay.
create something, I don't know. As I said, all those things are financial transactions. You don't need to worry and you don't have to learn all those things. First, you learn SAP SD, that itself is enough.
One second. I'm just sharing.
I'm yet to create the material and I'm yet to test end to end. I was able to create order, but I have to create one material and then I want to use that. So as of now, we will use that existing whatever it was, no 1010 thing only.
Yeah. So basically, this is the error. This
Okay,
yeah.
press
This
enter.
was my outbound delivery thing.
Okay,
It's showing copy control is missing LOT and TN.
okay. So see
Yeah.
why it is coming. No, Vishal. Then definitely you must have copied, and that message also comes right sometimes that whether you want to copy tables, backend tables, and all. So maybe
Yeah.
either you have not copied that thing, or maybe you have taken any order type which was not working. It was like only order was created and you copied from that order itself. So what happens is I said copy control. So let's say order to delivery or delivery to invoice. Okay, there are six types of copy control. I'll just give you a brief idea. This topic we will cover later as well. But just since you are practicing this, I'll tell you a basic thing first. So there are six types of copy control. We create delivery against which? When we create delivery?
After doing the sales order,
Sales
once
order.
the
So there is one copy control order to delivery, correct?
yeah,
Now when we create invoice.
when we get a quotation
No,
on
invoice. VF01. When we do VF01? From which document?
After delivery.
After delivery. So that is
oh
one
invoice,
copy
yeah, after
control, right?
delivery.
That delivery to invoice. Also for service order, we directly do billing from order to invoice directly. There is no billing, right? So that is
Hmm.
another copy control. Third copy control. So there are total six copy controls we have. Order to delivery, okay, delivery to invoice, order, invoice to order. Total six are there. So some of the copy control is missing in the system. So that is why you are getting that error. System is not able to copy your sales order data into the delivery. That's why you are getting that error. Okay, you can fix it. I'll quickly show you from where you can fix it. Is it in your system or that was the ECC system, Vishal?
No, that was the S1 like what we are practicing, right? In that
In
only.
this one only?
Yeah,
Okay. So
I can definitely share the details if you want. I mean,
no, I'll tell you. Maybe you can check that one. See, all the copy control T code starts with VT. Okay, VT. When you say A, let's say LA, that means A denotes order, L denotes your delivery. So we are talking about order to delivery. If I go inside, you can see my source is my order type. You see all these are order type, right?
yeah,
And the target system is delivery because we are into the copy control of order to delivery. Okay, as I said there are six copy control. Now what is the next? Let's say another one, AA. From order to order also you will create sometime, right? Like inquiry to quotation, when you are creating, it's actually sales document to sales document, right? Or say quotation to contract, or quotation contract to scheduling, or quotation to sales order. Those all comes under order to order. If you go to VTA, you see both sides we are getting the orders only, sales document type to sales document type. Similarly, another thing will be VTFL, that is delivery to invoice. F denotes the invoice actually. If you go to VTFL, so you see my source is delivery type, all those delivery type, and the target is billing. Okay. Now, tell me the you are trying to create some order to delivery, right? That is VTLA, correct?
yeah,
Because you are trying to create delivery with respect to order. Okay,
Correct, correct.
let's go to that. Do you remember your order type and delivery type? Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah. Order type is OR.
Okay, let us go to OR. No, we have to give full, I think. Order type is OR. Delivery type, do you remember?
Delivery type, I guess it's yellow. Yellow or
Okay, we can check it. Let's see.
I feel.
Wait.
It
Yellow,
says
yellow. Okay, we can check it. No problem. OR,
copy
right?
control is missing for LOTA and TAN.
LF or something?
Uh, Mine is LF actually, but the thing is, the error message is showing copy control is missing for LOTA TAN.
Okay, let us see. So let's assume your order delivery is LF. So your order delivery type is LF and your order type is OR. If I go, so order to delivery. Now think this in this way. When you're copying data from order to delivery, okay, let's take one example, order to delivery. Then there are some data that remains in header, right? Then there are some data that remains in item. So when you're copying those data from document to document, no, then same pattern has to follow, right? The header data will sit in the header, the item will go to copy in the header, correct?
Yeah.
So that's why you select it, and if you press details, so you see the header level controls. You see change details, header details. Now, if I go back and if I go to item, now in item we have so many item categories. Do you remember your order number, Vishal? Tell me the order
Yeah.
number.
One second. 5721.
5721. Now, how system copies item detail, item level data? System goes for this item category. Okay. Now let's go for 10. So 10 is there. Now you go to 10 detail. So system copies like this. Now let me try to create delivery what it says. We'll see. Hey, I am able to create it.
Now, PGI it's not able to create. Like once I add the confirmed quantity.
Okay. Let us PGI. But do you have a stock for this material?
Yeah, yeah, stock is there.
What
I've
is the
added.
storage location where you uploaded the stock?
One second. Z.
Then copy control was there. Na? That's why you are coming into this delivery screen. So copy control is not missing.
ZSL2
Okay,
storage location.
ZSL2. Okay, now let's try to post good issue. So it says a
Okay.
different error. You see that error is something. If you remember, similar kind of a stuff we have seen in some number ranges, right?
Yeah.
So this is because of some number range issue actually. Okay, we can fix this as well, but let's not bother as of now. So your copy
Yeah,
control is
yeah.
in place.
I
That's why.
can I can do this if it's an FBL1
No,
error.
not
So
FBL1 and it will be RFBELG. Okay.
okay.
So let me see. I told you that all those things remain since SNRO. Then your object is RF. RF. Now you see RFBELG. When you do the PGI, what happens? Any accounting entry generates?
Accounting entry. Yeah.
Correct. So now system has to determine that accounting number as well, right? Which number it has to take, 10, 13 or any number it has to take, right?
Yeah.
That number range is missing. This is why your PGI is failing. You see that RFBELG, if you select it, you see the number range for accounting document. So this is missing.
Uh, Deepak, what was the T code for this number range object maintenance?
SNRO. It's
Yes.
overall, it's applicable for all, okay? But if you
Okay.
only want to change for sales document, you can go to VN01. Okay, if you go to display, let's go here. What is the company code? Do you remember your company code here?
Company code is ZTST. ZTest. ZTST.
Okay, let's see. Okay, that's why we are getting that ZTST, no?
Yeah.
Okay, ZTST. So here something is missing maybe.
48 is missing.
48.
Number
Okay.
is
Okay.
48. Yeah.
Wait. I'll tell you why that 48 is coming. Let me show you. OVLK. What was our delivery type? LF, right?
Yeah.
You see number range? No, sorry, not this one. This is your delivery. This is your accounting entry. This one, right? This is your where it went. The number ranges thing. We came or what? Yeah. So this is coming from your document accounting document number ranges. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens? Like we have our sales order document type, we have our delivery document type, correct? Similarly, when you create a accounting document, no, that also will have some document type actually. Okay. And in that document type, we maintain these number ranges. So maybe in your whatever is supposed to create, let's say it's RV or something. If you go to RV, there will be some different number ranges. And here it is maintained as 49. So this is why it is throwing that error. Or let me, I'll show you maybe that one. Wait. How you can see the accounting document. As I said, every document type will have some sort of what do you call document type, whether it's a order, delivery, invoice. Okay, let us open any existing invoice. I'll show you the document type maybe. Let's go to BF03. Okay, let's open this one. How can I go to accounting document of PGI? Tell me. I want to
No.
see the accounting document of PGI. How can I see it? Anyone?
Delivery
Okay.
outbound
Home
delivery.
delivery.
Okay. I
You
open
will
outbound
see
delivery then. Where I need to go?
goods movement data.
No, where I need to click? Tell me the button or the path where I need to. I need to see that accounting document of PGI. Where I can see that? Where I have to click? Tell me. I told this multiple times.
Uh,
You understood the question, right? I want to see
No,
the PGI document or the accounting document of PGI. PC PGI document is
Deepak,
another. Yeah.
it is
document.
having arrow mark, na?
Yeah.
This
The
one.
Document flow.
output
This one.
document flow.
Okay. Let's go
Come
to
back,
document.
come back, come back. Uh,
Now
I think
this is your accounting entry for invoice. I want to see the accounting entry of PGI. So where I have to go?
Service documents by any chance? I'm
No,
not
no,
sure.
no. See, simple. This is the accounting entry for invoice. Leave it. This is anyway. It's here only. If you select, if you display, accounting entry for invoice will be open. I
Yeah.
want to see the accounting entry of PGI. So first, where I have to go? First, I have to go to the PGI document. Where is PGI document here? Which one is PGI document in this one? PGI document, post good receipt document. Which one is?
goods issue.
Goods issue.
Okay. So I'll have to go to PGI document first. I'll go to PGI. Now, where I can see the accounting entry,
Doc info.
doc info, correct? FI documents.
File documents.
Okay, yeah. So you should remember all this. See, this type of question interview these people may ask you. Now see, now we are into the accounting document. Now if you go to header, if you see this cap button, if you click here, you see this is the document type of accounting for PGI. Okay, so if you go to document type of WL, you will see there will be some different number ranges. Okay, I don't remember the T code. As I said, this all our PGI document is something which is and FI team handles actually. This document type configuration and number ranges. For sales order delivery invoice we carry, but for accounting document we don't bother about all this document type. Okay. So generally, if you get this error in your production system, you will send it to your FI document, FI consultant or to the MM consultant. Okay. You can just search it, Vishal, maybe. You can search it. What is the T code to configure the accounting document of PGI. There will be some T code. Then you go to that T code and then you can see.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So WL is your, hopefully WL must be the PGI document which will be created in your case as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Understood, no? So there you will not find that entry for, there will be some other entry, maybe 41, 42. So you just need to maintain that 48 or something. Or maybe some other configuration is also missing, maybe because here also if you see, so it has a different number 1 or 2. But in our document it is creating some 49 series. So something is wrong. Maybe someone has played around with this number ranges also. Okay.
Mm.
So that's why it is like giving some different number. Maybe who don't, maybe everybody is playing with this testing system, right? But that's not a SD error. So, and copy control is in place because you are able to create delivery. If you save it, your delivery is saved. You see, that means when copy control was in place, that's why you are able to create delivery. And the error which you showed me, that was something else. That error you were getting in VL01, right?
Uh, yeah, it was copy control error itself. Like when I was trying to create a delivery type LO, I don't know why it chose LO. It should be LF delivery type, but
That you
yeah.
can check in your document type, right?
So basically, it chose LO because I was trying to create outbound delivery without order reference. So maybe, yeah.
Without order, directly you were trying to create delivery.
Without the order reference, something like that. So,
Okay, okay, we'll see that one. That also fine.
okay,
As of
okay.
now, you can check this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
Okay. Let's continue our topic where we left yesterday. Yeah. So we were about to discuss this credit check, right? Since there is a control in your, let me cancel all this. First, you try to create simple one, Vishal. Okay, don't go for this free of charge delivery and all because we don't know whether system has configured that one or not. I mean, so first you try to
No, no, it was
simple.
a standard delivery only. No, no, it was a normal delivery. For some reason, it was throwing different errors. But yeah,
Okay, let me see. You were going to VL01 and right?
yeah.
Right then.
5721. Yeah, this is the
No, but
shipping point. Is
no, but see this when you are into this screen, right? Then that
yeah,
means you are creating delivery with reference to sales order.
correct.
But what you are saying you want to create without reference. Then you need to click here. You see, create without reference. You click here. Now see, system is not asking any sales order. You see the difference?
Okay, okay.
Now you
Yeah.
have to put your delivery shipping point and you have to put your LO or whatever you want to put, and then you can continue. If you are in this screen, then you are putting the sales order, right? Then you are not creating without reference. You are creating with reference only.
Oh, sorry, sorry, my bad. I got confused. I saw the this thing. What do you call the screenshot just now again? In the top, it was showing to create without reference. So I
Right.
thought I got confused with
No, no,
that.
no,
So
no. It's showing that we are into with reference. If you click here, you see, if I create without reference, now I am into without reference. Now system is not asking me sales order. You see,
ha ha
to
ha.
change it to again back, I have that button toggles actually. Now you see that button toggle it says create with reference. If I click here, again system asks me for sales order. So now I am creating with reference. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's the reverse actually. Whatever screen you are into, the button actually gives the option for the other option. Okay, it's not the same. Okay, anyway,
Understood.
understood?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So as I said, this credit thing is also changed in S4HANA, right? It's one of the change. In ECC, credit management was part of SAP SD. Okay, earlier. Now this credit management has completely shifted to FSCM. Another module you can say financial supply chain management. So now that is not part of your ECC. I mean, not part of your SD. If you are into any SAP system which is running ECC, then you have to go to the SPRO SD path. But if you go to S4 HANA, there will be a completely different path available now. Okay, if you go to SPRO, There must be some financial supply chain management where it is. You see this button, this node actually, right? So all your credit management stuff, you see, you have everything here. Earlier it was under this node, under the sales and organization, I mean sales and distribution node only. So first difference overall, first you remember the theoretical thing, later we will cover that configuration part also where it is. As I said, it credit management is also a very big topic, so let's not deep dive that much, but you should know the basic difference. The first difference is in ECC, credit management was part of SAP SD. Now it has got shifted to financial supply chain management. Okay. You must have remember earlier when we were creating sales orders, we used to get one pop-up where it was showing that credit limit exceeded or something. Then we used to press OK, and then we used to go to UKM000, and then we used to release the sales order. Remember? Remember that T code? Anyone? I think 7 or 8 class back, if you see my old videos also, there you can find all those things as well. We were getting some error related to credit management. Remember?
Yeah, credit exceeded, limit exceeded or
Right, right,
something.
exactly. So now remember what was happening that time. We were getting some message that was not error. Why? Because we were able to save the order, correct? System was not stopping me to create the order. I was able to create that order, but my order was under the credit block. So that kind of block is happening at the delivery creation level. I can save the order, but when I try to create delivery, system was stopping me, right? So somewhere I have told the system, right, that I want you configure, you work like this only, that you let me create the sales order. But when system or user try to create delivery, then you stop that person, that create limit is exhausted, you cannot create delivery. So that control is here only. Those all controls comes under create management. Here we have two checkbox. If you see, first of all, you see this create limit check. Okay. If you keep it blank, there is no create. If you create Z or 9, there will be no create check happening in the system. You can create for any value, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 100 lakh, anything. Now you see there are four options, A, B, C, D. Simple credit check with warning. This is what we were getting, some sort of warning we were getting, right? And we used to press OK. Simple credit check with error. If you do this no, then your system will give you an error. You will not able to create order. Okay. Simple credit check with delivery block. You see, this will allow you to create sales order, but it will block at the delivery levels. What was happening in our case? We were able to save the order, but we were not able to create delivery. First of all, you need to remember three things. In S4HANA, credit management works at three places. First, at the time of creation of order, whether you want to restrict the order creation itself, that if the credit limit is exceeded, I don't want order itself to create it. User cannot save the order itself. So that is working as the order level. Another stage is you say, okay, let us create order, that's fine, no problem. Let system capture the detail, the order detail, how much quantity he wants, which material he wants. Let us capture those detail in order. But when user is creating delivery, that time we will stop. So that check is happening at the delivery level. Now there is another option. Let's say you say, okay, let us create delivery also, that's fine. Let user save the delivery, but I want to restrict it at the PGI level. That is PGI, okay? I think Manoj is unmuted. Let's mute him. Yeah. So understood? There are three places you can have that control. Now, again, as I told you, there are three places which you can control. Now, if you if you ask how this credit management works, so at a higher level, this credit management works at two different types. We have credit check actually. First is simple, the next is automatic. Now again, there is a difference in HANA and ECC. In ECC, we have both simple as well as automatic. Now in S4 HANA, we don't have simple credit check because the simple credit check was too simple actually. We were having very less controls. So in S4 HANA, we have only automatic. If someone asks you, do we have static, I mean simple credit check in HANA, you have to say no. In S4 HANA, we only have automatic credit check. Even if options will be there, if you go to that those T code and all, no, you will see those options for simple credit check, but that will not work. SAP has ignored that simple credit check in S4 HANA. So this is again one difference. Now, simple. Let us first discuss the simple credit check. In this, if customer credit limit exceeds, we can block only at order level. You see, I don't have other options to control at the delivery at the PGI. I can only control at order level. Other difference, what is the what you call feature of simple credit check? There was no concept of risk category. What is this risk category? Let's say I have three customers. Let's say Vishal, Yaswant, and there is another customer. Let's say Manoj is there. Okay, so every customer will have their own payment history, right? Let's say Vishal is always paying me on time, so I can say that okay, Vishal is a less Vishal to deliver the good or to sell good. It's a very less category transaction I'm doing because Vishal always pays me on time. Let's say Manoj is something who is always delaying payment, and there is a risk of getting the payment. If let's say I've sold the good, and let's say Manoj is not paying me on time, so I can say, this Manoj is something that's a high risk customer actually. If you sell it, it's very risky actually. Sometimes he pays, sometimes he doesn't pay. So that kind of category you can do in customer master, right? That okay, this customer is a very risk category customer, this customer is a high risk customer. So that concept was not there in ECC or in simple. Now in HANA, as I said, we only have automatic, and in automatic we have that risk category. Let me go to customer master and let me see if we have that credit thing. Or let's not go to customer master. You just remember this thing. There was no concept of risk category. So based on risk, you cannot categorize your customer in simple as well as in simple only. As I said, what do you call? In HANA we have both, and sorry, in HANA we have only automatic. In simple, we don't have this one. Okay. Now how system decides the credit limit, right? And how much it has used. So it simply considers the only receivables while performing the credit check. What is receivables? Let me go to here. Yeah. Let's say this is my order, this is my delivery, this is my invoice, right? Let's say this is of 100 rupee. So delivery bill, let's say there is only one piece of one material. I am giving that 100 rupee, that's fine. So now there is a 100 rupee here, correct? As I told you, when we create the invoice, there will be a counting entry, right? Generated. And whether that payment came or not, it's not our headache, correct? If accounting entry is generated, our part is done. How the payment will come, that finance person has to take care. Now, once the invoice is generated, then also there are two branches, right? Two paths here, right? Whether customer has paid it or customer has not paid it. If customer has not done the payment, so then what you say, that 100 rupee is receivables actually, right? This is something which you are going to receive from customer, correct? So that's what we call it receivables. That how much money, how much invoice is already done, but payment has not came. Any confusion in this one? Anyone? See, this term is very important actually because this account receivables, okay, open order, you see there are different terms as well. Open order value, open delivery value, open invoice value, okay, these all you have to understand. So first, this is very simple. Receivable means invoice created, payment has not come. And now let's say in this case only, uh, let's say customer, I don't remember what was the customer. Let's say credit limit for that customer I maintained, credit limit I maintained as 200. Okay, I created one order of 100 rupee, I created one delivery of 100 rupee, I created one invoice of 100 rupee. The payment has not came yet. So now how much limit is available now for that customer? Out of 200, come again.
No, nothing.
Okay, so how much limit now customer has? Out of that 200, he has already utilized 100, correct? So now what is the current limit?
100.
100, correct. So now I can create a order up to 100 rupee only. If I try to create of 120, system will give me warning. This is simple credit check. System doesn't check the open order, open delivery, nothing. System only checks how much invoice is created and payment is not received. That system will what do you call minus from the whole limit, and whatever amount comes, system takes this as the current limit. As simple as that. That's why we call it simple. Understand? Let's say there is another order of 200, okay, but I have not made the delivery here. I have only created the order. System will still consider 100 only. Why? Because this 200, it has not converted to delivery, it has not been invoiced. Only sales order is there. So system will not consider this two order. I mean this 200 rupee for the credit limit calculation. System will only consider this 100 rupees. Why? This invoice is made, payment has not come. Clear? So this is your simple credit check. Now you see, receivable means open item. Open item means invoice raised but not paid. Payment not came. So remember this receivables and open item. These two are same thing. Okay. Sometimes you might get confused. What is open item? The open item is only the receivable things, which means invoice made but payment not came. So this is your simple credit check. Now if you go to automatic, automatic is again further divided into two parts. One is a static and one is dynamic. But let us not go into now. Let's simply cover the automatic, what automatic is. Now, if you see in this customer limit exceed, we can block it at order, delivery and PGI. Now I have a control in automatic. I have a control to perform my credit check at order level, at delivery level or at PGI level. But in an EC, I mean in the simple, I only have at order level. I can restrict at order, correct? But as I said, let's say for the time being, you don't want, let's say as I said, in this case itself, you say customer only has 100, but now customer is asking for again a order of 200, and he has already agreed, boss, I will pay you on time, just create the order. I will pay in maybe in 2 days or 5 days or something. Or let's say for the sake of production, let's say that customer asks for 20 pieces again, and that pieces are not available in your company. So for some reason you want to capture that sales order so that you have that record. Okay, this customer wants again 200 worth of good, right? So you allow them to create order, but you don't want your delivery to be created. So here you can block. Understand the difference now? This will not be delivered. Why? Because you are controlling your credit check at the delivery level. So order you can save 200, 500, anything you can save. That's fine. But it will not allow you to create delivery. Why? Because this limit is exceeding your current value. But in what do you call? But in a simple credit check, this 200 itself will not be created. User cannot create order itself. Or let's say you want to, okay, you said, okay, let us create delivery as well. I want to arrange the vehicle and everything. I want to, let me put it here, sales order. This is my delivery. This is my PGI. Now let's say you want to control it at PGI level. So what you can see, what will happen? You created the order. Your production team will be informed, okay, I want this customer wants this much material. They will produce the good. Delivery will be made, but still PGI cannot be done. So anyway, your goods are not going to be delivered to that customer. You have the control here also, but you get all your time and you have all the data, how much material he wants, which vehicle is required to deliver that goods, everything you can, what you call, pre-planned. And when customer pays this 100 rupees, then you can remove this, or system will automatically remove this PGI level checks, because let's say that customer paid that 100 rupees, then automatically this will again become 200. Why? Customer has already paid that 100 rupees. Clear? So this is the difference in simple and automatic. Simple we can only control at order level. In automatic we can control at order level, at delivery creation level, and at the PGI level. Clear so far? Any confusion, anyone?
Okay.
Okay. Now let us go to document. Yeah, as I said, in ECC, I mean in simple credit check, we don't have that concept of risk category. I cannot categorize my customer. So every customer is same. But in real world, this doesn't happen, right? Some customer will be good customer that will always pay on time. Some customer will be very lazy or they are very bad customer. They will not pay on time. So you want some sort of categorization in your customers. So that also you can do your in when you are using this automatic credit check. You can categorize your customer as well. Let's say high risk. Let's say for high risk customer, this is a very good example actually. But say very high risk customer. So you will say no, I don't even want order to be created because this customer is very bad. He is not paying. I will not allow you to create order itself unless you pay me the payment. So you control you maintain the category as a high risk, and then based on this high risk category, you maintain your credit management. You block at order level itself. Don't go beyond order. But let's say there is a medium customer. Sometimes he is paying, sometimes he is not paying. So then you can say, okay, let us accept the order, but we will not deliver. Just create the order in system. We will have the data, what he wants, how much quantity he wants, all those things we will have, but we will not create the delivery. Then this is the last option we have. That's a very low risk customer. Then you will say, okay, let us create delivery for this customer as well. Let's keep the delivery ready. Once the payment comes, we only have to do the PGI and we can deliver. Understand? Now, in automatic, as I said, in simple, system was only checking the open item value, that is only receivables, mean invoice made, payment not came. But in automatic, what will happen? Let us go again here. Let us delete this data now. Let us make it 0 as of now. So let us remove this as well. So there was a sales order, you created the delivery, you made the invoice. So now what is your current limit? Payment has not came for this one. Let's assume payment has not came for this 100 rupee. So now what is your current limit? 100, correct? Now let's assume there is another order created for 50 rupee. You have not created the delivery yet, but in automatic system, what happens? System consider this value as well because there is an order existing. So what system will do? System will reduce this to 50 because there is 100 payment yet to come, and again 50 order for 50 rupees there is already sales order. So total how much credit this customer is utilizing as of now? 100 plus 50. So 100 plus 50, 150 minus total credit limit becomes your 50. Let's say there is another order created, let's say for 10 rupees, or he has created the delivery as well for 10 rupee. Now system will consider this 100, this 50 and this 10. So total how much credit limit is this customer is using? 100, 50, 10, that is 160. 160 it is using as of now. So how much limit is currently available? Only 40. You see, even though I have not created the invoice, system is considering the open values as well, open order, open deliveries. So that's what it says. System considers the open order value, open delivery value, open invoice value, and open item value. There are 4 terms. If order is saved only, it's open order value. If delivery is only created, it's open delivery. You have done the PGI, okay, and you have not created the invoice, so that is open invoice. You have done the invoice, but the payment has not came, so that becomes your open item. So system covers all these 4 values. Okay, and also just note down one thing. Even though in this line there is an order created for 10 rupees and then the delivery is created for 10 rupees, system is not adding these two. Why? Because system knows this 10 is coming from an order only, so it has to cover only 10, right? It cannot take 10 plus 10 because it's the same order, correct? Clear this point? How system is taking the further value, it is not summing up for the same order and same delivery. It will be miscalculation, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's scroll down. This is a higher level difference, simple and automatic. Now let's see the difference in ECC and HANA. So as I said, in ECC it was part of sales and distribution and FIAR. But you can simply say it was part of SAP SD. Now it has shifted to FSCM, Financial Supply Chain Management. This is one primary difference. Okay, and this also, maybe this term, if you remember, this is also fine. It was decentralized in ECC, but now in S4 HANA it is centralized. And also there is another advantage of using this S4 HANA creative management. It integrates with so many other systems that automatic kind of, what do you call, there are a lot of other features. But let's say you have something called create a score. Okay, let's say Vishal is a customer. Vishal has created 10 order and 10 deliveries and 10 invoices, and Vishal has paid me that the value or the amount for that 10 invoices on time. So the creator score is 100 for this Vishal for now. This is happening dynamically. I am not doing anything. System will automatically consider all those open invoices and see how the payment received or not. Because when the payment comes, when the finance person receives the payment, they also mention this payment is received on behalf of which document, right? They also link that one. Then only system will update those value, right? Okay, this invoice payment has came. So system automatically check all those things, and system creates some sort of a score. There are some third party system also, third party integration also that could work in S4 HANA. But as I said, it's very complicated. I have never seen any company who is using that level of creative management stuff. But we have an option to integrate some different engine as well to do this automatic decisions whether this customer is good or not. Apart from your category, there are, see, category is something which you decide once, right? But what happens, let's say I told, okay, Vishal is a good customer, I will put Vishal in the low category. But what if after maintaining this master data, Vishal has started delaying the payment? It's not always true, right? That if I maintain a low category, Vishal is always lifetime it will be low risk category, right? So it is something very dynamic. Payment is very dynamic. Sometimes the customer will pay on time, from the same customer will not pay on time. So all those things it is controlling. It can control via third party integration system also. But as I said, it's very complicated and nobody use that those kind of stuff. At least I have not seen it. But if someone asks you, you have to tell these two things. In ECC, it was decentralized. In HANA, it is centralized. What is the meaning of this centralized, decentralized? Don't remember. You can simply say, I just read somewhere. I don't know exactly what it is, but I remember this thing. That is either decentralized, now it is a centralized thing. Now, master data. In ECC, you can maintain that limit in FD32. Let us go to FD32. I don't know whether it will work here or not, but let me try. I don't think it will work, but let's see. You see, system is not giving some error that the new function exists for this function CSAP note. Okay, so it will not work. So where we can maintain this customer limit? In BP only. Now you can go to BP, you can open your customer. Let's take our old customer. I think here we have maintained some create limit, right? You can go to your customer, you can go to, this is the role for create management. Okay, if someone asks what is the role for create management, you have to tell this UKM000. You go to UKM000, you go to create segment data. You see here you are maintaining the create limit, correct? Now you can directly go to, I think, UKM underscore BP or something, some T code is there. So now see, it is again landing on the BP page only, but let's see what will happen. If I put that customer number, system automatically comes into the create management role itself. You see why? Because at the time of opening the BP itself, I told I want to go with UKM BP. So system understood that this user is trying to I want to maintain some data in create management role only. So it has automatically landed me on the UKM000 role. So if someone asks
Uh,
you, yeah,
Deepak, does like similar to how we extend the BP to finance and
right, right, right,
SD roles,
right.
credit management has to be extended, then only it will open
Then
or
only,
it will open
yeah,
default.
then only, because you see, we are in the display mode. Or
Okay.
let me open our customer that we created. Okay, let me
Yeah.
put it this way. Let us go back to make it clear, clean and clear. Let me put UKM BP, and what we will do, we will put our customer what we have created. You see what it says? Oh, sorry, this is the customer. No, the customer was I think 92. You see, it has not taken me to the UKM0. It has taken to the general role only.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
Why?
Makes
Because
sense.
there is no credit management role itself.
Okay.
Okay, if someone asks you, maybe some people, as I said, BP itself is a very complex thing. Then on top of it, credit management also is a very complex thing. Okay, so if someone asks you, apart from BP, is there any other T code? You have to tell this, yeah, UKM underscore BP. With this, you can also maintain. Sometimes some user remembers this only. Okay, this is the T code to maintain the credit limit. Okay, or you can directly navigate to BP also. You open BP, then you go to that credit management role, and then you can maintain that limit. Okay, so that was you see here also it's no FD2. You can go to BP, or you can, this T code is wrong actually. It's UKM underscore BP. This is not correct. That was a table name actually. Okay, now uh, there is another term, credit segment. This credit segment was not there in ECC. This credit segment has came into picture in S4 HANA only. Okay, so this is also one of the key difference. If someone says what is the difference, first difference, it has shifted to FSCM. Second difference, now in HANA we only have automatic, we don't have simple, because you see simple, if you go for simple credit check, you can only control at order level, right? And there could be order and delivery which are already created but not invoice. So those orders we were not able to cover in your credit calculation. So that's why SAP has also dropped the simple credit check completely. You have to go for the automatic only. Okay, and as I said, the tables level, you see, these all tables were earlier to contain the credit management data for customer master. Now you have UKM BP underscore CMS. You can open this T code, and then you can find all your credit limit related stuff, how much credit his customer is having, or all those things. Okay. Uh, as I said, you see, earlier it was manually in ECC. We can maintain the credit limit manually. Here also we can maintain it manually. As I said, it's up to you whether you want to use those options or not. Let's not let it do. Let's go to this one. Yeah. Here we were putting that limit manually, right? In our case, for understanding purpose. But as I said, in HANA we have so many options that limit itself will be automatically calculated, automatically inserted. That options we have. You see, automated calculation can happen based on formula or basic. You can have some formula as well, based on which formula you want your automatic limit to be maintained in customer master. So all those control we have, but as of now you ignore it. But if someone asks you, you need to tell this difference as well. But that is in CC, we have to enter it manually. In HANA, we do have option to enter it manually, or we can have that automated calculation also. Also, as I said, risk category, right? Uh, Risk category, where it is? It is not written or what? Uh, okay, so it was risk category in ECC, but in HANA, that risk category is called something called risk class. Okay, both are kind of same only, but you can remember this thing. In ECC, it was calling something called risk category. Now it has become to risk class. And as I said, there could be some external system also that can be integrated. So that I said automatic integration is possible now in ECC it was not possible. So if you don't remember all this, that's also fine. Simple thing you can remember. Here the credit segment is added in S4 HANA. The T code itself, the T code and all got changed. But as I said, FE32, the tables got changed. Okay, this risk class you need to tell. Now we have risk class in FSCM in S4 HANA. That risk class was not there. Earlier we had risk category. And again, you see, in ECC, we have to maintain it manually. But in HANA, we can, that risk class also you can maintain manually. I mean, system can decide. You see, where is that? Somewhere it must be there. No, I think they have not configured it properly, it seems. Let me see. As you see, you have so many options. That rule, that risk class, that checking rule, checking group. As I said, it's a very vast topic actually. But simple things you need to remember. As I told you that day also, without creating the order itself, if you want to check whether I can create the order or not, so you can just I think this was the button, right? You see, simulation. So without even creating the order, you can simulate it. Whether if I try to create a order of 100 rupee, whether that sales order will be blocked or not, you can check it. So what you do, you click here, you simply put your value, whatever amount you want to enter. Let's say you are trying to create of this 50 lakh or something. Then you run credit check. So you see, here itself I can know all those values. If I try to create order of 50 lakh, this error I will get. Okay, so sometimes this also is being asked, whether is there any way to simulate that limit and all. You have to tell, yeah, in PP itself we can simulate that thing. We can run a dry run, or we can simulate that credit check. Okay, so this is how we simulate. Let's say I am putting some 3 only. Then also something is happening, it is not allowed. You see that red error is coming. If everything is okay, then there will be no red message, it will be all green. But as I said, it's very complicated thing to configure. So let's not go it that deep. You just need to remember this button. Okay, and here you can see the overall. Let's say 98 is the limit. How much percentage it has utilized? It has utilized 3000. Why? Because this 98 was the limit and you have used up to 3400. So I have utilized way more than 98, right? So that's why utilization is this much. Let's say there was 100 and there was 50. So then 50% utilization will come. Or let me change it right away. Let me show you that thing. Let us put this value. You see, there are a lot of controls they have inserted. When you change the limit, someone has to approve it. Okay. Now you see, I maintained the same limit, same exposure, 100% utilization, correct? So from here only you can see all this value, how much limit it has, customer has utilized and all. Let's save it anyway. So 2-3 things you remember: the simulation thing, this limit, and how much this customer has utilized its credit limit. That you can, these all are simple things that you can remember at least. As I said, you remember when you change it, there was some other pop-up came to approval and all, because this created very, what you call, very critical thing, right? It's not something okay anyone can go and change. So what some company do actually, they maintain some kind of workflow or some sort of control that okay, if Deepak is changing the credit limit, it will go to some other person, to some to the, what you call, to some senior person. Then they will approve it. Then only that limit will actually be what you call, actually be increased. It's not only me who is controlling, because it's a very critical thing, right? The payment related stuff and credit related stuff. Okay. Now this you can ignore. Yeah, the T code is OVA8. This is the main T code to configure this, what you call, credit management. So higher level, two types of credit check we have: simple, automatic. In ECC we have both, but in HANA we only have automatic. The difference understood, the architectural difference, it has shifted to HANA to FSCM. Master data, the T code and all got changed. The tables also got changed, right? We have credit segment in HANA, we have risk class in HANA. These all differences we have. Now as I told you, in automatic again it is divided into a static and dynamic, right? Then what is the static and dynamic? Uh, okay, so it's very simple, it is written, you can go through this document. As I said, the static, what we discussed, any open order is there, open delivery is there, open billing, or any open item. System will add all those, right? And then it will minus it from your credit limit, and then system will tell this is the limit available now. This is the current limit available. Now, in dynamic, what happens? Let's say you have in dynamic, actually the basic difference is horizon period. This term you need to remember, okay? This horizon period, this is a very important term. When someone asks you what is the difference between a static and dynamic, you need to tell horizon period, which is there, which we maintain in dynamic, is the primary difference between a static and dynamic. All formulas remain same only. The only thing is the open order with horizon. This is the difference you see. These all remain same. The open delivery, billing, item. Open delivery, billing, item remain same. The only difference is with open order, now your horizon period also comes into picture. How it works? Let's say you maintained some 60 days or 2 months. Okay. And let's say Vishal is the customer, okay, and Vishal has today it's the month of March, right? 26th of March. I have maintained that horizon period 60 days, let's assume. Okay, where we maintain all those things, you don't need to worry, you will see all those later. First, you need to understand theoretically how it works. So, Vishal is my customer who is using this credit management. We have activated the credit management to work for Vishal's order and everything, and I have maintained a horizon period of 60 days. Now, let's say Vishal comes to me and he says, Deepak, I want some order to be delivered in the month of November 2026. Now, that order is way far from the current situation, right? We don't know what will happen that time, correct? So, now why to bother about that order value? That is, we are going to deliver in November. So, system, so where, when in real world also this could happen, right? Let's say the customer is always placing order, and to get the requirement or to get that what do you call record created, you may want to create that order. Okay, let us create the order so that we also know that Vishal, we have to deliver Vishal this much quantity in November, right? So when I maintain 60 days, so what system will do? System will ignore all the sales order whose deliveries are outside the horizon. So in our example, what I said, Vishal is asking me to deliver something in November. So whatever be the order value, that system will ignore. Understood? Because it's a November, it's way ahead than 60 months. It's a March only, so April, May. So after the month, if anything is what do you call anything is supposed to be delivered, system will ignore that order for now. And automatically, when October comes, that November sales order will automatically be considered. It happens automatically. Let's assume it's October now. Okay, let's hypothetically assume it's October. Now automatically that Vishal's order that was supposed to deliver in November, now that order will come into picture. Now system will consider that value as well to calculate the open limit. Understood this point, this horizon period concept?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very important actually. This is very important. If someone asks you a static and dynamic, everything is same except the horizon period. What is horizon period? If you maintain something, system will ignore that order value that is beyond that horizon period. Okay, like see here also it has given a customer has an order for next year. So why to bother about that next year order now? Correct. So you can ignore that. But as of now, I mean, as soon as the time goes on, and October comes, system will automatically consider that value as well because now that has came into the window of 60 days. Okay. Now this is the comparison of static and dynamic. The T codes are same. Okay. Here you see in a static we have total exposure, whether the order was supposed to deliver in November, in December, all those will cover. But in dynamic I have some time window, I don't want to go beyond that. But that remember that is simply remember this open PM in this origin period only works with order, not with delivery and all. Okay, only with orders. So now I have some time window. For this much window I will consider the open order. The delivery, billing and open item I will consider everything. But for order, if it is beyond my time window, I will ignore it. Right? Again, the horizon period, this is I said the most important thing. In static it is not there. But in HANA we can maintain that. I mean not HANA, in dynamic we can maintain it. The same thing, they all basically same thing only. If you see very closely, this all talks about the same thing. Always block if the limit is exceeded, ignored if the delivery date is outside the horizon. So these 3 points basically cover the horizon period only, but it has divided into 3 different point. Okay, the complexity is simple when you set the dynamic, so slightly different. I mean slightly it's complicated with compared to static, right? Because you have to maintain some days, how many days you want, 60 days, 90 days. And then see what happens in real world. No, in real world the scenario will not be this simple that only one order and one delivery. No, there could be hundred of order. And then that time what happens, let's say the salesperson comes to you, you are working as a consultant, the salesperson comes to you and say, boss, why this customer is getting blocked because of credit. So then you have to check all those order, right? Because let's say that customer has that horizon period also. So you have to take down all the sales order. Then you have to take all the delivery dates as well. Then all those order which are lying beyond your credit, what you call, beyond that horizon period, you will remove those order. And then you will do all those calculations. Then you will see why your order is getting blocked, right? This kind of situation comes actually because sometimes the end user don't know how to calculate and they get confused. So they will simply say, no, why my order is getting blocked for this customer? I want to deliver it now. There is some problem in SAP and all. So they will raise a ticket, they will raise a bug, they will mail it to you that this is the issue, we are not able to deliver. So then you need to do all those what you call calculation, and then you all need to see it. Also, one more thing I would show you here. This one also was important thing. You see, here we can see that okay, this out of this 3437, it has utilized 100%. But here itself you can see which all document it is, where it is consumed. You click in the I button, you can see all the detail. So now you can see there are 2 invoices. You see, and I think there is some button, I don't remember. This is, you can see the invoice number also. There must be some button actually. With that you can add that as well. Not this one. Change layout. Let us add everything. Okay, let me open invoice. Somewhere we can see that invoice number also, but as of now, no need to worry. See, just go back. So if someone asks you where it is consumed all those limit, you can come here and you can see it. Okay, there is an open invoice of 2159. Okay. Then again another open invoice. If there is a some open order, then there will be open order line also, open deliveries as well. Okay, so you can see all those values or all those documents where this credit limit is utilized. And as I said, you can see the number as well, the sales order number or the delivery number also you can see. I don't remember where it is. There must be some button. I don't remember now because I also worked long back, and this view is also yeah, I think key only. So now you see here that invoice number is hidden. I don't remember exactly whether it is the last one or the first one. So here we have that invoice number as well. If someone asks you, tell me the invoice number, Where let's say what will happen in real world, I'll tell you the real example. Let's say for the same customer, if the salesperson or sales manager comes to you and say, why my order is getting blocked? So I have the 3,437 rupee limit for this customer, but still I'm not able to create it. So then you will first tell him, boss, your all the limit you have already utilized. So this is why you cannot create further order, you cannot further deliver it. So maybe they will ask you, okay, tell me the detail where it is utilized. So then you go to I button. Then you tell them, boss, you have you have open invoices pending. That means invoice is created, payment has not received. So then you will send me, then you will send these detail to those salesperson. If they want further detail, no, just tell me the invoice number. This is I cannot understand like this. So then you need to send them like this. Okay, you will send them like this. You see, boss, this is your invoice number, and this is all your values. Because what happens sometimes, let's say payment came, okay, or maybe the finance person has not entered in the system, maybe, right, or maybe they have entered it but they have not tagged it to the correct invoice. This could also be very much possible, right? So then they can identify, let's say this payment came and it was wrongly entered by the finance person. So now they will say, no, no, why this invoice is appearing here? We have already received the payment. So now they will understand, okay, something, they have done some wrong entry while receiving the payment for this invoice for this one for this value. So they will correct it. So you can track down to each order, each delivery, each invoice, how much quantity, how much amount where it is utilizing. Okay, so this is how you see all those details. This much itself is enough for credit management. Okay, as I said, there are so many options we have, but as I said, those all are very advanced feature, and I have hardly seen any company using. Up to this much only I have seen using this simulation, this limit, all these things I have seen, but not beyond that. So let's stop here anyway. So we have covered this credit management. Yeah, we'll cover. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Create group and all. Any confusion so far?
No, Deepak.
This credit management, just go and revise this recording. Okay, I'll upload maybe today evening or I don't know when I will upload it. But